we're here today at one of Liz's properties, and she asked me to come by and see how we can partition it to get maximum rent roll out of the properties, which is key in real estate. As an investor, you really want to take full advantage of your square footage and get max rent. So let's go on in and take a look at Liz's property. Wow, fireplace.
Yes, and it works.
And it works, huh?
Working fireplace.
Hardwood floors. I mean, this is better than I anticipated because the bulk of the work is already done.
Yes.
So now you're just talking about just some partitions, sheetrock, and then maybe some lighting arrangements, because not everything is centered. So if you're going to turn certain areas into bedrooms, you'll need an electrician and you'll need a carpenter, a good plaster and painter, and that's about it really. So just want to soak it all in here. We're looking at a spiral staircase. This is what is the living room area right now.
So it's like a huge living kitchen, which I love. I love open space.
I like that. Now there's a curve here. This is what's behind this area here. Is there a bedroom?
This is a bedroom. Okay. So it's a little junky, though. It's Andrew's fault. Blame Andrew. As you can see, it's a nice sized room.
Great, great. Window. Hardwood floors throughout the whole place, which is great. Has a closet already built. That's awesome.
Already built in.
Great, great. So this will work. This is as is. We won't touch this. You have an existing bathroom. We definitely need to upgrade the bathroom.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of work.
It does.
And if we want to get top dollar, we're going to have to make it look as such.
Yeah,
so,
yes.
all right. There's some other cool elements that I like here, like some of this painted exposed brick. This is a supporting column here. And I also noticed that it flows throughout the windows in the backyard. This is great. I mean, the light just pours in here. And wow, this is amazing. You have 2 backyards in one. I've never seen anything like this before.
That's why I loved it, Anthony. When we first saw this apartment, I was like, we have to have it. I've never seen a duplex. Have you? In Brooklyn, especially in Brooklyn.
No, this is amazing.
Never seen it.
Wow, wow. And central air, it's real comfortable in here.
Yes.
So now you have an access to the backyard through this floor.
Yes, we do.
A separate access through the backyard through downstairs.
Yes.
Well, let's go downstairs and take a look.
Take a look.
Right. You know, I love spiral staircases, Liz.
So do I.
I mean, they just add so much value, and they're super cool. I mean, you find this kind of stuff in a trendy loft situation.
Yes.
This place is bigger than I would have anticipated.
Thank you.
And it's got the hardwood floors, which is rare in a basement situation. Now, there's no leakage or anything like that.
No, not on the floor. No, we've never had a problem with leak. It was actually carpeted when we first moved in. It was indoor-outdoor carpet. I hate those.
Yeah.
So I said we have to have hardwood floors. So we put the floors in. And as you can see, it's pretty spacious for...
Sure, and then you have its own private exit into the backyard, which is awesome. That's great, so this works.
So you have your own...
I see. You can put a nice little jacuzzi back there,
yeah,
huh?
Look,
that's
perfect
awesome.
Jacuzzi. No one ever has to know.
I like that.
What happens in the slopes stays in the slopes.
So I see some more exposed brick columns here, which is great. Now what's over here? This is just another bathroom?
This is a partial bathroom.
Oh, half a bath.
Half a bath. But we had always wanted to put a standing shower.
Sure, you can fit a nice corner shower.
Because it's big enough to fit that.
We'll definitely have to upgrade this bathroom as well. So now the goal would be to turn this into its own independent studio, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so that means we have to figure out the entrance. Does it have its own independent entrance from the outside yet, or no?
It does not.
Okay.
What we found out was, as they built it, they took us actually behind those walls is the boiler room.
Okay.
So they pushed it further back and made the walls smaller in where the boiler room is at, so they could maximize as much space as possible. So someone had once said we could actually go back in, open the entrance through this way, and kind of move the boiler rooms over to this side.
I think so. I think there's a lot of technology that exists today where the boilers are much smaller, the hot water tanks are much smaller. They call them standalone hot water point-of-use tanks. So we can really maximize our real estate internal square footage for rental potential. But this is great. So you have, how many square feet is this on the inside here?
This is actually, we measured it, it's actually a total of 1,000 and close to 1,100 square feet.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then you have a laundry room area over here,
which is pretty big,
which also has a window. So Liz, I mean, there's the possibilities are limitless. I really think we can do a lot with this space.
I like those words.
and I'm thinking with the right type of renovations, you're looking at anywhere between $1,500 to maybe $1,750, depending on the bathroom and some of the other aesthetics that we add here, and the approach. The approach has to be comfortable. But once we sort all that out, we're talking about a nice one bedroom with a private backyard in Park Slope, it's not bad.
Which is not bad, and especially with the size. You know, Park Slope bedrooms are closets.
Sure,
I think that closet is bigger than.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I always knew it had potential, and what I love is everyone has their own entertainment center, so we could still sell this as your own garden apartment.
I agree.
And raise the rent because you have a garden apartment, independent of it.
Well, this is rare too because you have a double garden apartment. Let's go back upstairs, Liz. I really want to take a second look at upstairs. Now that I saw down here and we figured out pretty much what we're going to do, let's go upstairs and take a look.
Okay.
Immediately back here, I'm in love with this place here already. I mean, there's so many design elements that I like. For example, the blocks, the glass blocks. Yes. This allows light to pour downstairs, so you actually don't feel like you're in a cave down there. You get some natural light. The other element that I like is the brickwork here. A lot of this is like the old school looking brick, which is awesome. And another thing is, I don't feel alone. You have another balcony up there for your tenants, so you know you have some neighbors here. You know, privacy is important, but also on a nice day you want a nice group setting, you can have it here. And just the shape of it all, you know, it's just a nice rounded shape. It's beautiful, and I think we just need to spruce it up a little bit. But other than that, I mean, this is a big selling point, your own private yard. And I noticed there you have what is it, a galley kitchen you called it? Let's go on in and take a look at it. Now normally, Liz, I would be concerned about the size of this kitchen, but to be honest with you, it's going to be a rental unit. Right. So, you know, tenants aren't really that picky, and this is New York. You can go out and eat, and there's plenty of places to do. And in Park Slope, that's why people move into Park Slope. You have the park and we're on a slope. Why not hang out in the park?
Exactly. So, and plus with all the great foods on
absolutely. Bars, restaurants, nightlife. So I just think we definitely need to spruce up the kitchen, upgrade the cabinets, and the backsplash and the sink. But other than that, I think you're good to go here. Sometimes the floor tile I think we may need to replace as well. But for showing purposes, we would want to eliminate all the blinds and just let the light pour inside here. Let's take a look at the space and see how we're going to partition it out.
Sure.
We're looking at a lot of real estate here, and this is open canvas for us here. Automatically, I'm staring at the spiral staircase. We have to remember we're going to eliminate that, because that's going to be its own independent apartment. So for privacy purposes, we would close that off. So we could take full advantage of this area over here and potentially turn it into a bedroom situation. So you can turn this nice one bedroom with a garden into a two bedroom with a garden, a galley kitchen, and its own independent entrance.
Now let me ask you a question. Would we lose lighting? Because most of the lighting comes.
We would lose lighting here, but there are some tricks of the trade. Like I like to use in my properties, you can use French doors. And on the showing, you can leave it without a curtain. So just because you have a room here, you would make the entrance here, and you could have some double French doors, and the light would pour right through the doors. And let's not forget, you get plenty of light from the front. So you'd still be able to gain the value of the light and the aesthetics and the appearance of it being larger than life than you can actually, than it actually is. So this is great for a roommate situation because the bathroom is separate, the kitchen is separate, and the yard entrance is separate. So now your two bedrooms in Park Slope start at maybe $2,200 and up. So this happens to have significant advantages. The exposed brick fireplace, working fireplace at that. It has the hardwood floors, it has the backyard, and it also has the fact that it's on the ground floor, which is definitely a plus. So there isn't much money that you have to invest. I think the major investment is going to be in breaking the front to make it its own independent entrance. But other than that, we're talking about some cosmetics. We're talking about just some partitions and electrical work, and you're good to go. But a project like this, not counting how long it would take the back. Well, you know what? Let's count how long it would take. It shouldn't take more than 30 days to knock everything out from start to finish.
Would you like to would you like to take a gander what downstairs look like?
Yeah, let's take a gander. Sure, let's go.
Let's try this.
Right off the bat, Liz, there isn't much that needs to be done. I had no idea that we had this much width, and it was so comfortable going down here. So I'm already impressed.
If he says he's impressed, I'm happy. Okay, this is our. I'm sorry, yes, I'm a chick at times.
Okay, so I see. You know, whoever the builder was on this location was a genius. He built this for the specific purpose of somewhere down the road making this an independent entrance. I don't think his true intention was to make this a boiler room. And I'll tell you the truth, a lot of this stuff and a lot of these mechanics can be thrown on the wall and moved elsewhere, and we could really make this an entrance.
Really?
There are some plumbing issues here and some venting issues, but we can circumvent that.
Okay.
As long as everything checks out, I think we should be good to go.
So this is an easy.
I think this is a 1, 2, 3 thing. I think you just have some plumbing issues, some piping issues, but other than that, I think we're good to go. So Liz, I was so impressed by the property, not just on the inside, but the outside. I mean, it's gorgeous. The whole brownstone and brick and brownstone look is a big deal with the arch staircase coming in, the independent entrance. I think this is a fabulous opportunity for us to collaborate, and I'd love to see this become a reality and get max rent. I mean, that's really what it's all about in the world of real estate investing. And speaking of investing, my next pit stop, I got a phone call from somebody that works for me, handles a lot of the social media, and he has a condo for sale directly underneath him. It's not even on the market.
Really?
Nobody knows about it, and this is a big deal. So I'm gonna go take a look at it now. And this is really a Lolli lesson, because you have to let people know that you're an investor so that they can give you tips. And I have tipsters all over town. So right now I'm gonna check it out, and I'm looking forward to showing the audience.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you. Good. So we're here in Park Slope South with my good friend Jay Steinberg, and he's just referring me to a property for sale. We're gonna go take a look. It's a one family going for what?
470,000.
470,000. And if I'm interested, we're gonna completely remake this whole thing. My thoughts are, Jay, that it's an interesting property. It's gonna probably take about $200,000 for me to do something with it. I could really do something amazing. I could make it a duplex, a really nice duplex with a garden and a roof, basement, do something into the basement. It's gonna cost something like $270,000 to do something like that. Is there any flexibility on the price?
Well, I'll go back to the owner. I'm sure there is some more flexibility. I can't say that much because
they don't want to get involved maybe in a profit sharing arrangement if we do something together?
No. This is coming off a short sale. The guy got badly burnt, the lender, so he just wants out.
Okay. How long has it been on the market?
It's not officially on the market. You know, this is I'm personal friends with the lender here.
Right.
This was a non-conventional loan. It was a private loan. The guy had his balance today on the loan is probably about $500,000 that the owner owes him. The owner ran away. He got into some legal troubles, so he's just looking to get his money out, whatever he can sell.
Now these tenants obviously don't have a lease or anything like that.
And I believe they're somehow related to